Oh God, what was that?
Oh, I like that little notification. And the Artisan Collective is now live.
Ha ha ha. There we go. We're live. Yep, there we go.
Awesome.
All right. Well, hey everyone. Welcome back. Week 2, Indie Artisan Virtual Shop. How much fun did we have last week for those that joined us? And if you didn't, catch the replay. And we're also on YouTube at Indie Artisan Collective, so you can find us everywhere on social media. So tonight, we have 2 amazing artisans that I'm so excited to introduce you to. Jenn from the Adirondack region of New York. I'm from New York too, so. And Miss Marla. These 2 artisans are going to share with you their passions, what drives them, and the beautiful products they make. But before they start, I want to just share with you a little bit. If you didn't catch us last week or haven't had time to check out our page, you know, we actually just came together about 5 weeks ago, and we just organically developed this amazing group of indie artisans from all over, and we have been so excited to get this group together to really make this vision come to life. And so we, in a really short amount of time, created a beautiful mission statement, and let me read it to you because it's absolutely gorgeous. And so our mission is we come together as an artisan community to shift the world to a conscious way of creating and living. And that speaks volumes to this group and how amazing we are. So so without further ado, Jenn and Marla, take it away.
Hi, Marla.
Hey, Jenn.
How are you? I'm so happy to be here.
Me too. So maybe we should introduce ourselves and just take just a minute or whatever. I'll go first if you want. My name is Marla Bosworth. I own Back Porch Soap Company. I'm currently in Central Illinois, in Springfield, Illinois, and I do a number of things with my business. I teach workshops and teach online workshops and in-person workshops in New York City and here in Springfield, Illinois. And I'm also creating a new line of products that I'm kind of debuting today. Some new things that I'm out with. So I love blending essential oils. I love working with plants, and I absolutely love this group. It's been so much fun, still is. To work with them. So, Jenn, I'll give it to you.
My name is Jenn Marshall. I am the founder and the creative mind behind Solitude Soapworks. I live on a small hobby farm in the heart of the Adirondack High Peaks region in northern New York. I am a cold process soap maker and some body products, you know, scattered here and there. I take inspiration from my surroundings. I live in the most beautiful country that I've had the pleasure to actually be in. I love where I am, and I take inspiration from it every day. You know, the mountains, the forests, the sunrises, you name it. We pick little pieces and we weave them into our product. So that's where I'm at. So welcome. Thank you for having me.
And if you follow Jenna on social media, you'll see beautiful pictures of her mountains and where she lives too. It's really inspiring. Do you want to start? I can hardly wait to start with your, talking about your soaps. Because I've held off on, so what we've done is, well, Jenn sent me a box full of her products that she's selling. And for me to have an experience so that I can share my experience of her product as she talked about them, as we both had a discussion about them. And I've had such a hard time keeping your soaps out of the shower to keep them presentable online tonight. My daughter has already spoken for one. I know which one I'm going for first. So So
I'm having trouble hearing you, Marla.
oh, can you not hear me? Melissa, can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it's just me then.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
A little bit.
Okay. I'll put this up. How about if I just hold on to this? I was asking if you want to go ahead and kick it off with your soaps because I can't wait to start using them. It's been a hard
Sure, absolutely.
few days of not using them.
As if the aroma kind of wakes up and it just kind of sits. It sits in here and you can't get rid of it. I have 3 different products that I'm introducing tonight. There we go. You have the men's collection for manly men that passed the muster with my 13-year-old. We have in this. There's 3 different soaps. We'll start with the green one, which is Adirondack Mojito. It's a goat's milk based soap, scented with spearmint and peppermint and lime and litsea. And it's just, I love the way this one smells.
It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. And I have to say, your bars are very large. They're 5 ounces. And you could cut this in half. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this in half and then, just keep some out of the shower. And this one's very uplifting. But they're very hard bars too, which is great for handmade soap.
So that one, I'm pretty sure that this one is actually a dual lye soap. I made it. I made it with the process with a little potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. So it'll help make it a little bit more creamy. It'll help with the lather a little bit better. The next one I did here is this one is actually my favorite. It's Sunday morning sunshine.
This is the one that Mother has spoken for, by the way.
This one I made. I love getting my house faces due east, and when the sun comes up in the morning, we kind of get blasted out of bed, what we call nuclear sunrise. It's just like, whoa, there's a whole lot of light coming in the bedroom window. But every now and again, if you catch it right at the right time, the sunrises are spectacular. And that's where the inspiration for these colors came from. This bar is all naturally colored. It's colored with alkanet root, red sandalwood powder, and annetto powder. And what do I have that one scented with? It's pink grapefruit, clary sage, lang lang, and bergamot, which they're 4 of my absolute favorite fragrances. And just this soap makes me happy. It really is stunning. It puts a smile on my face. Now, if I can keep the boys away from it in the shower, I might have more of it left over.
And it has your own maple syrup in it?
Yes, it does. All of my soaps, I do put a little bit of maple syrup. We sugar our trees. We have 45 acres here in Keene. And the end of February, beginning of March, we usually sugar, we'll tap, 30 or 40 trees. And we'll make our own maple syrup. And that was my way of adding a little bit of extra solitude into the mix. So like some soap makers will put soap in there, will put sugar in their soap to kind of increase the bubbles. Mine gets a little bit of solitude maple syrup. So what do you think of this bar that you just had in your hand, Marla?
I love the chaga. The chaga is so amazing. There's so much depth to the essential oil blend in it too. It's so interesting.
That bar I made after taking your essential oil blending class, where you spoke about intuitively grabbing oils and running with them. And that's what I did with this one.
It turned so beautiful.
The base of this one is there's a lot of Siberian fir. There's sweet orange. There's bergamot, and there's geranium.
Oh, beautiful.
So I love chaga. It is a true Adirondack product. It grows here in the Adirondack Park on the birch trees, and I figured let me try it in soap and let me see how it goes. It's a powerhouse of antioxidants. So that's kind of where my brain was at when I put this particular bar together, and I'm just so thrilled with how it came out. So
if somebody wants to buy these, just so we can give people, you know, if they want, do they buy the set? Do they buy single bars or
they can buy the set. The set with the 3 soaps also comes with beard oil for the bearded ones in your life. If you're like me, my husband just goes hog wild, and he gets a little crazy with his beard. So that's my men's gift. But the soaps are perfectly appropriate for women too. I think most of the fragrances are very unisex. They're not too floral. It's not too masculine.
Yeah.
I think it's a really nice base fragrance for all of them.
I agree. Yeah, when I unboxed them and was smelling them and everything, it didn't hit me as like you say, completely super masculine. I like earthy, natural scents, and that's just what these essential oil blends are. They're just nice and light. Somebody also commented that there's a little bit of feedback, and I think it might be coming from your mic, Jen. That you might be just to be aware of. I'm hearing something.
I don't have a mic.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
Everything is going straight through my phone.
All right, then maybe it's Melissa or something. There's somebody's saying there's some sort of feedback. I'm getting a message. Anyway,
I don't pick up on anything, but
it could be the fan in here because it's my room is fairly warm.
The beard oil smells great. I mean, I don't have a beard, thankfully.
I know. I was about to say, I feel a little jealous I don't have a beard.
It's so uplifting, though. It's really, it's really, really nice. It's nice. And is there citrus in this?
There's rosemary in it. I don't remember exactly what I have in that one. I sent you the Herbal Woodsman. The one that I have here is actually the Spicy Woodsman. So this one is made with, it's rosehip and argan. That's made with jojoba and sweet almond oil.
So nice. Yeah, I have the Herbal Woodsman sent me, and it has sort of a citrusy smell to it. It's really, I highly recommend. Even put it on your body. Just body oil.
Listen, I'm trying to kiss, I asked my brother to be one of my testers, and he's like, sure, no problem. And where does he leave the beard oil? He goes to California. He leaves it here when he went home to California. I'm like, yeah, it's not really helping. But my husband likes it. He uses it, so I suppose if he didn't like it, I'd hear about it. So that's the soaps. That's the one gift. The one gift set. The next one.
Do we talk about the price on that if people want to order and how
the price on that one is $40. And I'm offering free shipping today for anybody that orders it today.
So that would be the 3 soaps and the beard oil.
The 3 soaps and
that's
the beard
amazing. Oil. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and so speaking of ordering, if at any point as you're watching, you could definitely leave a comment in the chat box, and we have a team of supporters that will take note of that. Or you can feel free to check out our vendors' websites and just sort of explore, see what more they have to offer. Or you can even just direct message us on the Indie Artisan Collective Facebook page, and we'll be monitoring it, and we will respond as soon as possible, and we'll get your stuff out to you. Say, hey, Marla, what you got going on over there?
Yeah, what do you have going on over there, Marla? I'm trying to peek. I don't see anything.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with sagebrush. All right, so sagebrush is just, I love the scent of it. I love what the plant does. I love so much about it. So I have a couple things here. I have, and these are not on my website. These are brand new. So if you're interested in these, you'll just have to message through the Facebook page, and I'll take you that way. So one thing I have, which is really simple, and I'll start out with this. This is a smudge, and it's you just light the end of it like you would with Palo Santo or with sage. But sagebrush is different because it's very high in camphor, and it does energetically clear the air and clear space for you. So it's very protective in that way. It's also I feel like it brings in like almost a divine masculine protection. So it clears the space out, divine masculine protection, and the scent is so inspiring. This is a great smudge for creativity when you're getting ready to make something and you want your space energetically to be cleared and smell really nice too, because sometimes stages are small, right? So this is sagebrush. This is $14, and you'll get quite a few pounds out of this. And what you want to do is you light the end of it, you blow it out, and then you just go around and you let the smoke fill the space, get into your corners. You can clear your whole house if you want, or just light it for a little bit and clear your creative space. So this is one of my creative offerings. If you don't like to burn something like that, then another suggestion would be one of these tinctures that I made out of sagebrush. And let me just show you a little bit about what I do. If I can find it here on my table. So what I do is I give them this complete farm in Utah, their sage that they, because with any sort of plant material, right, or herbs or anything like that, you want to make sure that it's sustainably wild, right? People aren't just going and ripping out the roots of the plant, but we're mindful about how we gather the plant. And so I'm very mindful about how they grow things and how they harvest things. So I respect that. And because I'm not living out west right now, I got to get me some sagebrush fix somehow. So they're my sagebrush fix people. When I get the dried sagebrush, or when I get it fresh from them, I dry it. First of all, it takes a little bit, and then I make the wands, whatever you want to call it, out of them. And then I also put some in alcohol. I put some in vodka. There's vodka in here. There's also liquor. And so this has been sitting here for a month. This is my month project. And sometimes when I create, I don't know necessarily what it is I'm creating for. It's the type of artist that I am. I just start the creation process and let it become whatever it's going to become. And so I've had this in my pantry for a month, and I'm like, it wants to become something. It starts to talk to me, and I start to get a little agitated because it wants to be turned into some sort of a product, I should say. And so what I've done is I've bottled it up here. These are 2-ounce sprays. So you can use these. It also comes with a crystal point here. And so you can do this.
Hey, Marla. Sorry, honey. Before you talk about the crystal, can you sort of fix your mic a little bit? I think there's some.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty here. It's coming in and out.
Yeah.
My mic's not on me. It's on this.
Oh, super weird.
So is it better if I talk like this into it?
That's clearer, a lot clearer.
Okay, not sure why that was doing that. So for this is a nice water element, and so you just spray it, right? And it is just amazing. Like you're in the high plains with the sagebrush. You can't see it in the cobalt bottle there. These are $14. You can see it here, right? So you can see the color come off the plant. There's no essential oils in it, but the smell is really strong just because of the way that it's functioned. So this is a great way to clear, you can spray it on your hands. I'm not saying it's a hand sanitizer, but I like to spray it on my hands, rub my hands together, and do healing. So if you do Reiki or any sort of healing, use it for that, or you can use it simply as a room spray as well. And then the pinpoint crystal helps amplify everything. You can take it there and use that as well. But there's a number of uses for that. I do like the spray version of it, just as an option if you didn't want to the smudge stick. So that's what I got going on over here.
Those are
That
awesome.
is beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
So are you harvesting your sagebrush? And how often do you harvest?
No, this is the farm that I work with. It's out west.
Ah, right. Okay, nice. Beautiful.
And they send it to me fresh.
Okay. Awesome. So Jenn, what do you have over there on your shelf? I see some really nice stuff happening.
So which shelf? Because we've got a few. What you see here on this shelf is a travel pack. It's a tin, a little hinge top Altoid tin of single-use soap pieces. Throw it in your pocketbook, your day pack, your backpack. You're traveling, your coat pocket. You don't want to touch germy stuff going into like a public restroom with your hands. So now you have something that, number one, you know what's in your product. It's going to smell good. Your hands are going to feel a whole lot better when you walk out. And it's eco-friendly. You have a tin, and the tins we can refill the tin. So
that's cool.
That there, and then this here is part of the little travel pack. It's a take along. I call it a take along lotion bar. It's a solid lotion bar made with beeswax, cocoa butter, shea butter, and sunflower oil.
Right.
Marla, I believe the one you have is unscented, so it should smell incredibly like chocolate.
I love unscented. I don't always fragrance in my body.
I made these ones for a lot of the local healthcare workers that were all on the front lines, working with COVID patients. Mom's a retired nurse, and I have friends that are all, working patient care on the floors and, constantly in and out and washing your hands and this, that, and the other thing. This stuff, it's going to get on your hands and it's going to stay in your hands, and it's not going to let whatever you wash your hands, which is all great, fine and dandy, but if you have tiny little cuts and whatnot, you're really not doing yourself any favors. This will at least give you a little bit of protection against that, or a barrier, for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I have just real, nice and hydrating lip balms. It's cocoa butter and coconut and vitamin E and some yummy flavors. So that's just a little travel pack, throw it in your bag and, you're good to go. And, those are, I don't even remember what I have those on the website for. I think they're $16.50 maybe. And then the
don't
other
quote
thing,
you. No.
I honestly, I don't remember, which is not a big surprise. I can usually never remember if I had breakfast in the morning. So that's the second gift set that we have going on here.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
what do you have, Marla? I'm dying to see what you have.
Okay, so what else do I have over here? So I have a couple things. I have, this has an interesting story to it. So this is an essential oil blend. This is in a 15 ml. And this is a blend that I created almost 2 years ago. And it was an intuitive blending session that I often do, by myself. And I channel the divine, my higher self, right? Source, God, whatever you want to call, oneness. And I created this blend, but I was told not to sell it yet, which I have never experienced that as in creating a product. But it was very clear not to sell it yet. It wasn't time. It wasn't ready. It wasn't ready, and people weren't ready for it, and I wasn't ready to offer it. Okay, so and this was, I think it was September 2 years ago. So it's been almost 2 years. And so with this particular one, I have two. And then if I put it down, you're not gonna be able to see it. So hold on, because I have holding my mic here. I'm doing this all at the same time. So this one is a crystal quartz that has on this one, okay? They're similar blends, but they're different. I'm gonna tell you how they're different energetically. This one has kyanite on it, okay? So this one on this side, and I'll tell you what's a little bit about what's in the blend, but I'm gonna tell you about the energies first, because for me, it's more, it's beyond what it smells like. And yes, the smell is important, but it's, well, what is the energy of the blend and how does it support us emotionally? And so for this one is divine feminine and the other one is divine masculine. And so let's just pause for a second and look into what that means. So within each of us, we each have divine feminine and divine masculine that usually is not in balance, right? So it doesn't mean male, female, it has nothing to do with sex, what you are in that way. It's a balance within. And so what divine feminine helps support with, it helps support in just what divine feminine is, and that's the allowing. So it's the opening up, it's the receiving of abundance, of self-worth, of anything that you can imagine to receive, right? It also helps with creativity, ideas, stepping into timelines that are for your higher consciousness, or for your higher good is what I should say. So this is divine feminine, and again, I'll talk about the essential oils that are in them in a second. And so this one is divine masculine, and what the kyanite does is the kyanite connects to the throat chakra. It's blue, so usually the color of the crystal matches usually the color of the chakra, right? So this is speaking truth, putting things into action. So divine masculine is taking that step, whereas feminine is opening, receiving, right? A lot of people have been working on their divine feminine over the last probably 10 years, or since 2012 really is when divine feminine started to really open up for everybody, and healing with divine feminine. And we still need to work with divine feminine. Divine masculine is pretty new to this planet, and that's why I think I was told to hold off on it, because there's so many shifts that are happening in the world. The divine masculine is kind of a new concept. How do we, as people, create in a conscious way, taking that step forward, speaking, right, in power, but not in destructive power. So divine masculine is an assistant, it helps with that. And so with these, they are essential oils in fractionated coconut oil. They are concentrated and strong. And what you can do with these, you can create your own products with them if you want. You can create your own sprays. You can, mix them up with whatever products that you would like. You can anoint with them. They're diluted enough so you can use them as a perfume. But I would say they're more anointing oils. And so they're $38 each. They each come with a crystal. And they each have about 15 different essential oils that are in them. I won't go into all of them.
Oh, wow.
But one of my favorite ones that really amplifies in the divine feminine, and I'll wrap this up because I don't know how long I've been talking for. It's like, is neroli essential oil, which is so beautiful. And there's sandalwood in here too. There's labdanum in here. I always have tripped up saying that. And then with the divine masculine, there's sandalwood, there's tonka. If you
Beautiful.
which is like so delicious. And also rose, jasmine and rose in here. And I also there's some other florals besides neroli in this one as well. So the essence of them is similar. They pair nicely together. And but you could wear them alone if you wanted to as well. And they come in these really cool little droppers. I don't know if you can see that. So you can use them as a little.
Beautiful. So there's been actually a lot of interest in what you're just talking about. And so questions are coming up like, where do you apply them? How do you apply them? Can you use both at the same time, or is it best to use them separately?
Whatever you feel called, thank you for the questions. However you feel called to use them is right. So there's no, there's no one way to use them. However you feel called, you can wear them at the same time. What I'm getting from them, because they're teaching me, it's like as much as I created them, I was the hands that put them together. a lot of my products are great teachers for me, and I learn from them because they come from plants, right? Or they come from, you know, botanicals, elements. And so, you know, that's kind of up to you, the way that you can use these. I would say anointing, it can become a ritual where maybe you start out in the morning, and what does divine feminine mean to you? You know, we're all going through great healing. I mean, we're in the middle of 3 eclipses right now. We have summer solstice coming up, and Mercury started. So if you ain't feeling nothing right now, God bless you, because everybody else is. Everybody's feeling something. Inner child is coming up a lot for me. You know, it's an ongoing thing. And so it's, you know, divine feminine is, if you have mother issues, if you're healing mother issues, divine feminine will come and support you for that. So, you know, I'm not saying that these oils are going to come in and change your life. You got to do your work. You got to do your healing. You got to show up and do all that, right? But absolutely. I would use in mindfulness, whatever that means for you, you know, whether it's adding them to other products, or, you know, putting them on as a natural perfume. Again, these are a brand new offering that I'm given the green light to put out, you know, by the universe. So however you see fit, just don't drink it, and don't, you know, use
disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer, if you're pregnant, not a good idea. You know, don't use these while you're pregnant. And yeah, so thank you for the questions.
Beautiful. And one last question. Your sagebrush, how long does it last? How long does it burn for?
Oh, how long does it burn for? I mean, this will last, I would say you probably get 10 to 12 to 20 uses out of it, depending on how, you know, how long you let it burn for. And
right.
Because you're blowing it out after it lights to create the smoke. So you're not letting it burn the entire time. I would say 12 to 20 uses, depending on how, you know.
Intense.
Oh,
beautiful. That's out. I honestly had no idea your oils had 15 plus essential oils as a combination. That's incredible.
Yeah, these were my first ones that that showed up with that many. And each time, you know, I was writing them down as I was creating them. And, you know, sometimes again, Jenn knows, when you're intuitively blending, you get the hit, you know, it's like a hit, right? That you're supposed to add, you know, 2 drops of whatever. And it's like, but that's going to ruin the whole thing. I mean, I put some, you know, essential oils in here that I probably never would have blended together. So it was new for me, the 15 for sure.
Oh, I got to get my hands on those, or both of them.
Yes.
Amazing. They really
absolutely do. Wonderful. So what else you got going on over there, Jen? I see some colorful things on the bottom shelf there.
We've got colorful things on the bottom and colorful things on the top.
Yeah.
Living in the Adirondacks, especially during the winter time, the weather here can be brutal on the skin. Period. We heat our home with a wood burning stove, and when you heat with wood burning stove, it's going to suck the moisture out of everything, and it sucks the moisture right out of your skin. So I sat there, just what can I possibly do to help combat the fact that I look like a snake? And I look like a shedding snake. You know, I was using, you know, body wash wasn't helping, creams weren't helping. I said, there's got to be something better. So the very first thing that I actually came up with was an emulsified sugar scrub. I don't like regular sugar scrubs or salt scrubs because they leave you feeling like you've got an oil slick on your skin. And, you know, more than once, it's like, oh, don't want to fall in the bathtub because you're going to go right out. Your feet are going to go right up from underneath you. So this is the start of my dry skin trifecta. It's an emulsified sugar scrub. It's just a base of shea and cocoa butter and some good oils, usually sunflower oil. I love sunflower oil. It's a preference. Beeswax, emulsifying wax, sugar, and a little fragrance. You put it on, you especially rub it into all of those little dry patches. As soon as water hits it, well, now you have almost like a lotion. So you might not need to put lotion on when you come out of the shower. But in the wintertime, you want a little extra. So my extra came in the form of a whipped shea body butter. And
Nice.
I use a beautiful, organic, unrefined shea butter. It is handcrafted and it's gorgeous. I said, my
Looks
body
delicious.
butter, it's 95% shea. It's usually, I usually add either jojoba and argan to it, or
Beautiful.
I'll add virgin plum oil and sunflower oil. They're not very greasy. I use an emollient in it, so it's not a typical shea butter, body butter that you kind of put it on. You're like, okay, now it's really slick.
Well, you know what? I just want to jump in too and say I really appreciate that you put the heat seals there, you know, for shipping in the summertime and everything.
Yep.
When I did, nothing was melted, nothing was leaking.
I'm amazed because the last time that I shipped this body butter out during the summer, it got to its intended destination very deflated. So I'm glad to see that it stood up well to the heat. And all of, you know, so that's the body, but, and then I have body oil, and I use all three of them. It's all layered, the scrub in the shower, the body butter after the shower, and then right before I get dressed, I put on the body oil. And all it's doing is just locking in moisture into your skin.
Yeah.
And it's
Sounds fantastic.
It's great for the winter time. It's great for the summertime too. You know, the sun can be brutal on anybody's
Absolutely.
skin. So
yeah, and in the summer we may go swimming, you know, we're exposed to other different type of elements, and so you definitely need to, you know, put some really good healthy shea and sunflower on your skin as well.
And all of these, the skin trifecta is all made to order. So I have some here. If you're looking for something in particular, I can customize it with almost any fragrance.
Then we lost you. We lost your
video.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm not entirely
you're
sure
there,
what happened.
but you're not there.
Let's see.
Well,
yeah, no. I know you're gonna have a lot of fun, Marla.
Okay,
all your
there we go.
goodies.
Sorry about that. I think my battery's going.
There you go.
I said that's the skin trifecta. And the skin trifecta, it's $50. The last year for a long time. The body butter is just about 3 ounces, maybe a little shy of 3 ounces, but it's whipped, and a little will go a very long way.
Well, the other thing about it is it's not oily. I was showing my hand. Oh, you went away again.
Yeah.
What?
It's not oily at all.
No, it looks like a matte finish. It looks
butter in it, and it feels really nice. And I'm not just saying that because Jenn's my friend. I'm telling you, like, it's a really good products, and
you don't see any oil slick.
It smells amazing too. Yeah.
Which are you using, Marla? My phone keeps
butter. It's the Summertime Splendor.
Okay. So the Summertime Splendor, it's a combination of melons and florals and berries. It's a really pretty, it's like a spa fragrance, but without being too spa fragrancy, for lack of a better term. It's just it's sweet.
Yeah, it has like a berry, like, you know, if I were to describe it, I would say it has a berry essence to it, and then almost like a little bit of a raspberry to it, and then this would be a really popular scent with anybody looking for a summertime moisturizer with dry skin, is what I would say. And the scrub, I've been waiting for this again for live to come, because I'm like, I need to go in the shower and use the scrub.
Oh, I'm so glad. I hope you enjoy it, Marla.
So Jenn, there's a question. Which one of the three can you put on your face? Can you use on your face?
I would probably say if you're going to use anything on your face, it might be a couple of drops of the body oil. The sugar scrub I wouldn't put on your face because there's a high amount of beeswax in it, and I think it would leave too much. It would just leave too much of a slick.
Right.
And I'm not subscribing to using shea butter on your face because I think it would be a little too comedogenic. I think it would clog the pores. So
Absolutely,
maybe a couple of drops of the body oil. The body oil is made with apricot kernel oil, safflower, rice bran, and sunflower, and they're all known for being very lightweight oils, very easily absorbed, and they're non-greasy.
Right. And so you mentioned that your trifecta is custom made to order. So what would be the best way? If someone's interested, how can they?
If somebody's interested, I have several fragrances up on the website. If somebody's interested in a particular fragrance, reach out to me, let me know. You can either, private message me, send a message through the Facebook page, or if you're on my website, you can go through, there's a little chat box that will send me a message, or you can click on the Get in Touch tab and it'll automatically send me an email, and we can certainly converse that way. I'm happy to make anything that anybody's looking for if you don't see something that you like. I have well over 100 different fragrances to use, and I've got a boatload of essential oils that we can blend too, providing they're not toxic. So very toxic. Not using my grapefruit.
No, that's great. That's great. So, and I know both of you are very easily accessible. The Indie Artisan Collective page as well. We're always monitoring it and checking, and so that's pretty amazing. I don't see any other comments that people are in love with what you guys are doing. They're totally in awe of your masculine and feminine. I'm actually in awe that you use more than 15 oils, but because I personally, when I blend, because I blend intuitively, my max is 3 or 4. Like that's what calls me, is that number 3. Only once have I done a number 4, and that was on my best friend. Yes, is there anything you guys would like to say? It's 7:45. Right? I mean, the time flew so fast.
Bye. Holy cow. This has been so much fun. Marla, I need to get my hands on some of those products.
No, I'm going to send you some as a thank you. And I mean, so Jen sent me her products, and like I said, I'm in the process of putting all together new products. So I'll be sending you products, and then I'm going to do an intuitive. I just wanted to mention my Essence of the Soul blending sessions that I do. And what it is, it's a Zoom session where we jump on a call together, and I read your energy, of course, with your permission, and we create a blend together. I call in guidance from my guides and your guides to create it for you. It can be your essence of your soul. It can be something, a blend, for a certain purpose if you want, if there's something in your life that you're working through. So it could be that for that as well. And so Jen and I are going to hop on a private Zoom. I was going to do a little bit of blending online, but tonight, we've already gone 45 minutes. So, I think it would be a little long to do that right now. But yeah, so if you're interested in doing that, it's normally $198 for the session, and you get, you can either get it in a vial like this, or you can get it as a roll-on perfume. But for tonight only, I'm taking $50 off of that. So it'd be $148. That includes the session and your blend. And, and we can book out as early as next week. So
wonderful. That's awesome.
What an awesome.
Yeah. So great stuff. Everyone's in love with you. Like I said, how can they not love you? Right. Everybody's feeling your energy. They're feeling the love, and I am with them in their thoughts. I love you too. Yeah. So you guys, week 2.
Yeah.
Now to start working on week 3. And we have an amazing lineup next week as well. So just to reiterate. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't wait to see what the ladies have put together for next week.
I know. Me too.
Yep.
This has just been so much fun.
Absolutely. And so again, follow us on our Facebook page, Indie Artisan Collective. The replay is immediate. So if you missed it, it's okay. We keep it up. You can watch it again. We are, very YouTube friendly too. And so we have also a YouTube account that we're uploading all of this to that. Our Instagram, follow us, #Indie Artisan Collective. Yeah, and we're excited to keep growing, and I think we're booked out for week 5, right? We have 3, 4, and 5 already booked out, and so yeah, hang tight with us the next 3 Thursday, people. We're going to continue bringing on the fun.
I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Right?
What was that?
Same time, same place.
Same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, thank you so much, Marla. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, guys. This was great.
This
Until
was
next week, ladies. Blessings. Stay safe,
Bye.
okay? Thanks. Bye.